What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Phillies podcast. I'm Luke here. I know I made a video earlier today. I just decided to come back and make another one because the Phillies won today by a score of 5-1. Zach Eflin pitched a complete game complete game. He did give up a run, an earned run, and Cesar Hernandez just wasn't awake in the field today as he did make an error. There was a routine pop-up on the infield, and he just flat out planked it. It was just he just went over his head, and it just fell on the ground. It's terrible. He's been atrocious defensively, and I know everyone makes mistakes, but this is getting ridiculous now. It's questioning maybe he's possibly a liability in the field because he's just making so many mental mistakes. He just doesn't have his head in the game. There was a Starlin Castro hit a ground ball up the middle. It was going to be Gene Segura's ball. It was clearly Gene Segura's ball, and Cesar Hernandez was running towards the baseball. He put his glove out in front of Gene Segura. Gene Segura, it was going to be a third out of the inning. That would have been a shutout. Instead, the run scored, a runner at third, 2 out. It would have been a third out of the inning. Cesar comes up and just goes in front of Segura and just takes the ball from him. And Segura is he was like, dude, what are you doing? And it was just a stupid play all around. It was a cheap hit. A lot of cheap hits that the Marlins got today. They hit us by 10 or 15 hits. It was ridiculous. The Miami Marlins, they came into this series hitting .216 as a team. And now they just totally tee off on us. And it's unacceptable. I understand we still got the win. But we out-homered them, which is good. But I can't believe they out-hit us. In our own building, they out-hit us. So that's unacceptable. Hey, we still won 3 out of 4. We got an off day tomorrow. I don't know if there's going to be a video tomorrow. We'll see. Let's look at the box score today. Gene Segura was fantastic. I tell you, he is one of the reasons why we won today. I told you. He is our best hitter. Manager McCutcheon's slump continues as his average drops to .238 as he goes 0 for 2. He did walk 2 times. His on-base percentage is really good, though. But got to get that average up. Harper's average drops to .250 as he goes 0 for 2. He did drive in a run on an RBI groundout. He did walk. Hoskins went 1 for 3. He also walked. He drove in Harper in the first inning with a double. It was nice to see a first inning run, which is something that we don't really do that often. Williams went 0 for 3. He did get some good swings on the ball. He lined up the first base. He had a good one on it, so he just got unlucky today. He did get a walk. Cesar Hernandez 0 for 3. He did get a walk. Like I said, atrocious out in the field. He needs to figure it out there. Andrew Knapp. The only reason why he got the play today was because of JT Realmuto. Now, anyone who knows, and people may not know this, but usually how it goes is that if the starting catcher, there's a night game and then a day game after, usually the catcher does not play both games. It's just because it's just hard on their knees, and they usually need a 24-hour break. And day game, night game, and day game is usually only maybe a little over 12 hours. That's it. So obviously, if you have 2 night games in a row, it's over 24 hours. It's about 24 hours of rest. So that's why Realmuto did not play today, and he did not pinch hit either. So Knapp went over 4. His average is now 182. The guy's terrible, honestly. Michael Franco went 0 for 3. He did strike out once, but he is kind of making history, I guess. He has not struck out in 2 consecutive at-bats since a year and a half ago or something like that. That's good. I think Tony Gwynn has the record or something, or he had 3 straight years where he did not strike out 2 times in a row, which is crazy. And obviously Zach Eflin, I think, is the player of the game. Obviously at the plate he went 0 for 3, two strikeouts, but we don't care about that. He went out there and pitched 9 strong innings, a complete game. This is where Gabe Kapler did a good job today. He did a good job managing. He did not take Zach Eflin out of the game. I guarantee you, last year he would have definitely taken him out, no question. And I don't know how many pitches did he throw. I wish it would tell me that. I knew he threw over 100 pitches. Like way above. Well, I think he threw over 110 pitches. I could almost like bank on. I'm so confident. I'm in this answer. Me saying this. I guarantee you that Gabe Kapler would have by far taken him out of the game a year ago. I guarantee you that. But I think he has changed somewhat. I think he realizes, hey, let's leave this guy in. And he did, and it all worked out. And he got a complete game. That is huge because it gives the bullpen so much rest, especially after last night. We got totally lit up. We have an off day tomorrow, and they got it kind of like the entire bullpen kind of got an off day today because they didn't have to pitch. And they're going to get another one tomorrow, which is huge. 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 I love it. So, good win today. Good win, but Cesar needs to figure it out. I understand everyone's human, everyone makes mistakes, but I mean that's something that a little leaguer could probably do, for crying out loud. That's unacceptable. So I think it was a pretty poor performance out of him today. We still got the win, as our record is now 15-2. The Mets won, unfortunately. The Nationals, they were down 6-0. The Nationals always have a I don't know what the word is. They always have like kind of like a niche where they always like come back. You know, they're down. I remember we were ahead of them 6-1 at one time, and they came back and beat us. So you never know with the Nationals. I tell you, they always play us tough. They're gonna come to Philly and they're gonna play us tough. I don't care how good a team. I don't care that they're struggling right now. They always come here to always play us tough. They always come back and try to beat us, and especially in the late innings. You know, their bats. The Nationals are notorious for. That was the word I wanted to use before. They're notorious. Their bats always wake up later in the game, so you always have to make sure you bring your. That's why it's good to have a good closer, because we need to go shut them down, especially in the later innings. You ever notice the Nationals? Most of the time, they don't come out and swinging the bats good in like the first couple innings, and once like the 6th, 7th, 8th inning coming on, that's when they start to get settled in. So by then, you have to make sure you bring in good pitchers, because they will definitely make you pay. That's one thing I noticed with the Nationals. So they did win today against San Diego. The Atlanta Braves won. So obviously the Marlins lost, obviously, since we beat them. So everyone in the East won except the Marlins. So that kind of sucks. Hey, we still got the win. That doesn't matter. You know, we're still a game and a half up. Yeah, we're a game and a half up against the Mets. They're only one game against above 500. No, we're 16-2. We're 16-2, not 15-2. 16-2. And yeah, Atlanta's only they're one below 500. Washington's 2 below 500, and New York's only 1 above 500. So Robinson could have left the game today with the Mets after getting hit by a pitch. And obviously, the Mets designated Travis d'Arnaud for assignment this morning. I forgot to mention that before. Used to be a Phillies prospect, and the Phillies traded him to the Blue Jays for Roy Halladay in that Roy Halladay trade, and then the Blue Jays traded him to the Mets for Noah Syndergaard. So Noah Syndergaard actually was drafted by the Blue Jays. I don't know if you didn't know that, but that was kind of interesting. So yeah, he's originally drafted by the Blue Jays. So that's pretty much it. Not really much else to talk about. Nice win. Detroit comes to town on Tuesday rather, 7-5 the first pitch. Vince Velasquez takes the mound. He coming off a really, really strong start. He's 1-0 on the year with a 1.89 ERA. And Tyson Ross is, I believe. Tyson Ross. Yep, Tyson Ross is on the mound for Detroit. He's pitched 5 games this year. He's 1-3 with a 4.03 ERA. And then on Wednesday, which is the finale of this quick 2-game series, we have Noel on the mound, who pitched pretty well last time, even though he didn't get the win. And then for Detroit, it is Spencer Turnbull. And this year, he is 1-2 with a 2.77 ERA. So that is it. We got an off day on Thursday, and then the Washington Nationals coming down for a 3-game set. I'm going to the game on May 4th, Saturday, May 4th at 7:05 p.m. And I don't know who's pitching that game. I would love to have Max Scherzer pitch one of those games. Let's see who's pitching. Arrieta is pitching for us. Every game I go to, Jake Arrieta is pitching. The 2 games I went to last year, he pitched, and this year, the first game, Arrieta is pitching. So all the games I've gone to, Arrieta pitches. It's such a coincidence. So I don't know who's on the mound for the Nats. It's probably not Scherzer. So yeah, I don't want to bore you guys about that because you guys probably don't really care. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Another thing, Harper. Before we go, Harper, his average drops to 250. He just doesn't look good at the plate right now. He just can't catch up with that high fastball, and I think they've gotten to him. Like his MVP here, I don't think they really figured him out. In 2016, they kind of figured him out because his average went way down. So Harper needs to find a way to get back to that form. Okay, he needs to stop swinging at that garbage. I mean, it's not a strike, so stop swinging at it. I understand these guys do off-speed stuff and fool you and make you look stupid because you just swing and your helmet flies off. I get it. We have to. I mean, it's one thing, but he does that all the time. It's one thing that happens occasionally it happens, but he does that all the time. So he just needs to get better at hitting that ball. He really does. He needs to stay in. He needs to hit the baseball. I don't care. Just hit it. His helmet flies off. He completely misses it. It's kind of frustrating to watch. Paying this guy $330 million. He needs to hit it. He needs to hit that baseball. Nothing else to it. So I definitely think he needs to work with John Maley, the hitting coach, and how to figure that out. So great win today. Great win. 3 out of 4. We got out hit, but we still won the series. Thank you all so much for watching. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.